I know it's not good to like work all the time, but this is like, even though it does take time and energy, it helps me like to move on from what's happened in my day. So I like that. I have to get like immersed in it, and it helps me forget about my day. Teaching teenagers. Hi, Mystical World. Okay, so we're starting Leo. Let's put the other light on. Need another light. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Leo's highest good. How is Leo feeling in this third week of October 2025 with regards to when they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? 3 cards for how Leo's feeling, first of all, please. Okay, you could be struggling with sleep at the moment. I don't know if you've got work stress, or anxiety about. These are like intrusive thoughts that are being had at night time, and it's a lot, you know, it's like I can't sleep, like I'm getting no sleep, or I'm getting poor quality sleep. And it could be that you're working extra at the moment. It could be that, I know sometimes, because the responsibility that I have in my job working with young people, sometimes I'll create scenarios, you know, that haven't happened, and it's like anxiety, or you'll remember things that you really should have done, you know, like in the day, and so you're worried about that because, you know, in a perfect world you would have got everything done. You could be forgetting things that you need to do, or maybe you're concerned about building for the future and you don't feel like, you know, you're doing it, you don't feel like you're getting closer to your goals. It's something, yeah, something's really keeping you awake at night to do with growth and expansion, work, or the future, or leveling up. Because this is, 7's looking back at what's been achieved so far, 8 is the future. And this is someone that's diligently trying to build for a future. So you could just be exhausted, working all the hours God sends at the moment, you know. You could be doing 2 jobs like me. It's okay to have some years being hyper productive, but you wouldn't want to do that your whole life. You know, and that can happen to people who have lower paid jobs. You have multiple jobs that are low paid. You'll work every hour that you exist, never mind getting enough sleep, you know. It's better to try and upskill yourself, and not saying that you won't work a lot of hours or have a lot of stress, but it's better to have one job, really, isn't it? Like, mine's a plan. I'm moving hopefully from one to the other, and there's going to be a crossover period, which is just necessary. But some people have like always done like 3 jobs, you know, like they're a cleaner, they're a this, they're a that, and they've got 3 jobs, you know, they just go from one to the next to the next. You can get stuck. Could also be working nights or something like that, but it isn't the 3 of Pentacles, it's the 8 of Pentacles, so it's a message about the future. and wanting to build and grow for the future. You know, to get to the Nine of Pentacles, we need to be working hard, but leveling up. Nine of Pentacles is like you've got plenty of money for yourself, you know. That's wild. So I'm talking about the Nine of Pentacles, and that's where we need to get to. And what comes out? Leo, like, if you had like a side hustle, or you've been doing like 2 jobs, or you've recently leveled up somehow, it could have meant increased stress or less hours to rest, but you've reached a place where you have more money now. I'm happy for you. You're in a good position. What's turned over there? Let's have a look. The Page of Swords reversed. Now, it is a love reading. It's not a career, education, and finance reading. However, when you are double busy like this, even if you want a relationship, it's very, very difficult to find the time to have one. And so I don't know if you've been kind of like closed off recently to a person or people. The reason I say that is because the Page of Swords is someone that's interested, they're intrigued, they're curious, they're doing a lot of observation. They're trying to find out more about, you know, someone around them, someone that they like. It's a lot of watching, okay, and not wanting to be seen. It's very inconspicuous, the way they're hidden in that cloak. They've got their shoulder out, they're sort of turned, you know, like they're ready to run. And they've got that sword raised because they don't want, like, interaction. This is like, I'm gathering information, I'm doing research, and I don't really want it to be two-way. I just want to know more about you so I can, you know, learn about you and then decide what I think, whether you're a good option or not. When it's reversed, it's like, I don't want to find anything out, I don't want to deal with, I don't want to learn about, I don't want to look, I don't want to hear. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you could have been really like focused on work, finances, career, independence, and you are just like, you know, even friends and family are like, where are you? Like, yo, where are you? Let's get 3 for the other person. Someone that you're thinking about, or someone that you're actively dealing with, or manifesting it in the future. Although I'd say that you're not dealing with anyone from the spread that we've got. 7 of Swords is a weird one. The 7 of Swords upright is things being very cloak and dagger. You know, like these swords are hidden under this cloak, and it's about deception. Could be lying, cheating, stealing, but it's generally something was hidden. And, you know, someone was doing something behind your back. When it's reversed, it's like that's being exposed. That's how I read that card when it's reversed, like that's being exposed, whatever that was. The 4 of Swords reversed is a restlessness, because when it's upright, It's taking much needed respite. It's taking a breather, lay down the swords, lie down, relax because you've got another battle tomorrow. When it's reversed, it's like, I'm too restless, there's no way I'm gonna put my swords down, like I need to stay on edge. The devil is reversed. The devil, when it's upright, it's the major arcana for Capricorn. It can be obsession, doing something to excess, being a shopaholic, a workaholic, obsessing over a person, being codependent on this idea that you've got to be together, or, you can get friends who are completely codependent. Like every night they want to see you, and it's like, well, why can't you be comfortable seeing me like once a week or once every few weeks? Why has it got to be every night? Or they're constantly with other people. They don't like being by themselves, and it's like, why? The devil, when it's reversed, is we're getting free from something. So I feel like this person was exposed. I don't know if it's when you're dealing with, or like someone that's coming in the future, but they were very keen to move away from that energy where they were caught doing something they shouldn't, or got involved in something they shouldn't have. It's like that energy of going straight, I'm very keen to turn over a new leaf and go legit. Bit weird that I've never had that come out like that before. The Knight of Wands and the Strength. Well, it's double fire. Having had swords and this detachment from the devil, why would we then have the Knight of Wands, which is very fast moving, passion based, going for a person that we really fancy? Okay, but it's with the strength, isn't it? So it's there's a need to be emotionally strong and tame the beast. Maybe this is someone that used to work quickly or work on what people looked like, or, rush into a sexual relationship and not give it time to grow emotionally. They're just the thoughts that are coming to me based off of what we've got in front of us. They could be trying to calm themselves down, only fools rush in. Stay away from complicated situationships, or they don't want to be foolish. They don't want to, let their dark side kind of steer them into a path of getting with someone just for what they look like or the fact they're good in bed. I think they're trying to tame themselves where that could be a potential outcome. Possibly that was their pattern or something. Three of Swords, heartbreak. Perhaps this is who you were dealing with, I don't know. It's strange that we've got heartbreak in the outcome. That wouldn't be a new person, surely. That would be someone we've already been dealing with. Six of Cups in the upright. Soulmate. This is so confusing, guys. Feelings of nostalgia, feeling like we've met the one, building up many years of happiness, happy memories, feeling like home. Why is that in the outcome? Arguments, the Five of Swords. See, if this was someone that was coming in, if this was your future person that you're manifesting, I'd expect to see like a Page of Pentacles or a Page of Wands or a Knight of Pentacles or a Knight of Cups or a Page of Cups. Something that shows it's a beginning step, and it's just bizarre to me that we've got like a soulmate card. And the Knight of Wands is like very playery energy, but it's not by itself. Like there's a lot of mistrust or cheating or, you know, things being very shallow, very like superficial. If you look, the pentacles that are there are like your independence, what you've worked hard to become independent with. It's not pentacles like cooperation or duality or balance or reciprocity. It's your pentacles, it's your independence that you've worked towards, and you're kind of shutting out them. And they've got this like restless energy to do with exposure of like cheating and this weird, like, it's like a paradox, isn't it? Like you're mad at someone but you can't stay away from them. It's like they're mad at you but they can't stay away from you, and it's causing a lot of heartbreak. I just feel like that's so out of place, that Six of Cups. Like, why would that feel like a soulmate energy? Because there's a lot of arguments and you look like you've blocked them. It would make more sense to me if the Six of Cups were reversed and it's not a soulmate, do you know what I mean? Or it's the loss of a soulmate, but let's clarify and it might make more sense. Okay, no contact message from your person. Finding myself. It was time I went within to find myself again. I need to figure out what I want out of life. I need space. Yeah, I think they're so physically attracted to you, but you argue a lot. There could be such a lack of trust, and there could have been deceit and deception. It doesn't mean that they've cheated on you. It could be that they were lying to you, doing stuff behind your back, or, you know, perhaps they've like bullshitted and said you're making a future together, but you realise that was just rubbish. They've kept their pentacles, in their own account, and that's really because they don't really trust you or whatever. Like, you've realised you're not really working towards anything, so you've decided to just count on yourself, and get your own financial security. It seems like the end of a relationship here, and you did have that in the last few readings, to be honest. Like, it seemed like one of you was moving out of a home. What's the nature of this connection, please? Soulmate, I don't get this. I really don't get it. Look, we've got a soulmate card with the Six of Cups and soulmate written out here. Yes, this person is your soulmate. Your connection is sacred. What on earth? What on earth? If they were a person that's coming in the future, they're very heavily sexually attracted to you, and they're going to have to really work on pulling that back and like waiting instead of just jumping into bed with you. They could be like, you know, a bit obsessed with you. The Seven of Swords reversed. I just don't know, you know, that's so weird. How can it be a soulmate if there's no trust and you're blocking them, and that doesn't make sense. So I've got to like look at it a different way, maybe. I don't want to lose you. I just dream and wish for everything. See, that gives past. But then with the Hermit Tarot deck, it does tend to be past stuff, like it's messages about someone you're already dealing with, isn't it? I just dream and wish for everything. I don't want to lose you. I feel like this person just obsessed with your sex, to be honest. Like, they're obsessed with what you look like. But I'm not saying like balance, reciprocity. I'm not saying like a two-way give and take. Not emotionally, not financially. It's like very shallow. But then why is the soulmate card? I don't get it, like, genuinely. Maybe that's like, maybe that's what you need. I want to make new memories with you. Maybe that's what you need as a person in the future that comes in and they're not, you know, with you for what you look like. Like, you're going to have to really make someone wait and show them. And I mean this for guys. You're going to have to make this female or whoever it is wait until they've had the time to get to know you, because perhaps that's such a barrier for you, is that people get involved with you for what you look like. You could be someone that's very handsome or very beautiful, and you could get people who are just blinded by that, and they stop bothering to get to know you, you know, on a different level. And maybe you're in the habit of allowing that and going with it and almost encouraging it. But if you want a sacred connection, if you want a soulmate, then you need someone who's not going to just go with what they feel like doing in the moment, and they've got the wherewithal to kind of hold themselves back and wait, because it's not nice when people are just with you for what you look like, or, you know, they're just wanting a physical relationship all the time and they're not really asking you about your hobbies or what you're into or your family, or, you know, meeting your friends, or like they're just keeping it really sexual. It's just makes you feel like not seen, not understood, not valued, not worthy of that deeper connection. So I'm really trying to like work out what this means. Maybe you're going to get someone who, yes, they fancy you, but they're not going to make it about that. Because in the outcome, we've got soulmate and it's upright, and then we've got soulmate here. Tangled web, convoluted justifications caught up in trance. Chaotic clarity. Amidst confusion and intense crisis, seek the light of understanding and resolve. Flight plan. Sometimes things fall apart for better things to come. Oof, a situation is about to explode. Things are about to pop off in flames. Now I feel like it's back to someone that you are dealing with. And there's been some hella bad arguments, some drama, heartbreak, division, bad words being said, back and forth. Because, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, if this was someone new coming in, why would you have heartbreak in the outcome? It could be, maybe that Six of Cups means it's someone from the past that you dealt with, like an ex, and you got back with your ex. I'm really trying to fathom this, but do you know how it's like sending me like messages that it can't be a new love because it'd be Two of Cups? You may have got back with a past person and like they're loving the sex again and they're loving like the physical aspect, but yeah, that could mean that it's someone that you previously had a relationship with. And I think you've decided, look, I need to focus on my independence because it's just not working. Spiritual attack, karma, divine intervention, facing their demons. Ooh, that's interesting because they had the devil reversed. Oof. So what, do you know what? They could have got back with you for a bit, like knowing that you're good in the sack. They could have got back with you knowing that like they actually don't want anything long term. An ex. People do it. People do it. They shouldn't do it, but we all succumb to temptation and hurt people like that. Sacral chakra. The frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. Okay, so you have manifested success and abundance, you are going to be fine on your own. You don't need to be, dragged back into dealing with exes to keep a roof over your head. Okay, you don't need to sell your body to sort of have bed and board. That isn't fair. That isn't right for you. No matter what you look like. Especially because in the end, people like that never respect you. That's not respect. So moving away from that energy, when is Leo going to get someone new? Because if you're 9 of Pentacles, you are doing well better now. And that's usually a good time to attract a new love. You're going to meet someone sooner than you expect, Leo. Okay, so don't let this ex come back, okay? Because they're sort of taking what they want out of the situation, and it isn't necessarily good for you, okay? Could be making you feel bad about yourself, or getting you back into old patterns, making you feel like stuck. So just say no, We've got someone else, intimacy and cycles. Yeah, see, this person, like, they just treat you like, an option, and they could have been seeing someone else and inviting you round. They could have had someone else living with them until recently, chucked them out, and then had you round because you, like, replaced that person. And they're treating you like a rebound, or something to keep them warm at night, and you've realised, like, that's not a soulmate, that is, a cheeky get. Whether they're male or female, they have invited you back into their life for the wrong reasons, okay? It's not respectful. You're going to meet someone who's here for you and all that you are about sooner than you expect, okay? You've got intuition, yeah, follow your internal guidance. Embrace your intuition and the power of the feminine divine. Trust your inner guidance. Balance, harmony with nature is key. Connect with the elements for balance and wisdom. A forgotten promise will be fulfilled. Be patient. Okay, so you could have at times thought, I want my person. I'm sick of being like people's like polyfiller. I'm sick of being there like in between, something to entertain themselves with, in between people who they actually take seriously. A mystical revelation will bring you clarity. A new beginning is on the horizon. Embrace it. Okay, so sooner than you expect, a new beginning is on the horizon. Stardust path. Follow the path of your dreams. Every step is guided by the stars. Sacred constellations. Every star is connected. Trust in the divine design of your journey. Sorry. The guiding star. Your guiding star leads you towards your purpose. Trust its light. It's all about, like, you are on the right path, and, like, these were just lessons, okay? And the comfort in knowing that is that you're going to get to where you need to be, okay? This is all leading you to the place that you need to be and what you deserve. The dreamer's sky. Dream boldly. The universe is listening and ready to make it real. Oh, Leo, like, it's time to think about what kind of person you want for yourself. You know, what does your dream life look like? Because when you know that and you ask for it out loud, the universe knows what to bring in for you. I'm going to leave it there. I think that was a really nice place to leave it. If it resonates, please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Personal readings are £18. You can contact me using direct message on TikTok, IG, or you can email me, jen3585@gmail.com. It's in the channel description. Turnaround time, I'm going to make it 48 hours rather than 24 hours because I'm back working full-time teaching. And I've got a hectic one this week, so teaching during the day, channel at night, and then personal readings, it's like, that's extra, do you know what I mean? So bear with. I do really enjoy those, I get very invested in them. £18 for 45-minute love reading is the detail that I'll give you. I don't know if you're getting that anywhere else currently, to be honest. It's the spread that I do here, so you're getting a lot of indications as to why stuff's happening, when stuff's happening, you know. Okay, so we're going to go on to Virgo next. And then that's me done for the night. I'm going to save some sort of voice for tomorrow. Tell you what, after this, I'm having a lovely candlelit bubble bath. And I'll be getting into bed. I finished my series, Slow Horses. That was so good. I need to find something else to watch now. Just for a little bit before bed.